Good luck, have fun. There we go. So, Game 2 coming up, guys. Once again, I'm Bricky CPK. Joining me is Blinds from SCVReady.com. I am from Honcast.com. Casting some StarCraft 2 action here. This is a SCV Ready tournament. 50 euros on the line. Weekly, either a weekly or a every 2 weeks tournament that the plans to get started. This is the first tournament they've held, and it's definitely been a lot of fun, of course. This is the grand finale, mouzMorroW versus cHobo. cHobo surprising a lot of the community with his victory over mouzMorroW in Game 1. As a result, has that 1-0 series lead, of course, but Metalopolis chosen by mouzMorroW due to be on the losing end, and he's looking to make a comeback here in this map, so we'll see what he can do. Maybe see some cheese style strategy from mouzMorroW this time, as, you know, again, coming with a vengeance, trying to really catch cHobo off guard here, maybe feeling a little bit confident about himself, but we'll see.
That's right, and just watching here the chat, what's it's about. I think mouzMorroW is just saying a little bit too powerful on close positions on last level, like quite here. But yeah, here we go, just keeping a little bit of chat, and there's nothing more exciting going up in the beginning, just throwing down some pylons and some Rex supply depots, so nothing funky going on, so we are free to read the chat. And yeah, smart play. So looks like mouzMorroW is giving the props to his opponent cHobo here, playing really smart on the first round, securing the lead in this final.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen cHobo again back in the semifinals. He did a great job of reacting to the circumstances, and again, nothing against Fab by any means, but we saw a player like him. It seems like his two strategies were either just do a cheese style with an early rush and try to catch his opponent off guard, or just go for mass MMM. I mean, he never really adjusted in any of those situations, and well, eventually he ended up losing 3-2 in the series to cHobo. And you know, it's players like that can make the adjustments on the fly are usually what the spectators like to see, including myself especially, and that's usually what you expect from the top tier player. So. Well played by cHobo, as you saw mouzMorroW giving him credit for that. He's building a gateway right away and in a similar, so as expected, very standard play from both players. Refinery and a barracks going up. Early scouting, unfortunately cHobo will not see mouzMorroW until his last scouting spot unless he goes all the way across, but he's going to go to the 6 o'clock position, so yeah, he's going to spot mouzMorroW at the very last second. mouzMorrow has not sent out a scout yet himself. Will he go up or down is the question. It looks like he's patrolled to go down, so neither player is going to spot the opponent initially, and they're going to find themselves going in circles and eventually find them at the final point. So no early scouting going on. So of course don't expect anything crazy, and very standard as expected.
Exactly, and I'm kind of curious what both players will do once they know where their opponent is spawning. Maybe since it's a close air distance, it's just like a leap over that, a cat leap here. So if there's always the opportunity to go a little some airplay, maybe going drops or void race or banshee harassment. I would love to see some diversion from the game, just not seeing MMM balls running around, maybe a little bit kind of cute harassment coming up. As you see the probe here poking on those SCVs, but there is a Marauder in the field just forcing the probe to come out, and of course again a barracks hidden in a little bit in the corner of his own base, just trying to give as less information to his opponent as he can possibly do.
The second gateway are already coming up here for cHobo. It's actually going a little bit different. We're used to seeing him getting that, getting the robotics facility out before a second gateway, as we've seen in the past. But here comes mouzMorroW scouting out. He's going to see that second gateway, so definitely look to adjust to it. So Zella just chasing around the SCV, but obviously being a little bit slower. Unfortunately, will not be able to catch it to him unless this probe can cut him off. That's not going to be the case. Early sentry also coming out, as you really do on maps like this with a small ramp area, using that force field to block off an incoming army if need be. But yeah, the early Marauders already coming out here for mouzMorroW, as you suggested, and another tech lab going. Oh, that's a reactor actually on the second barrack, so it's not going tech lab on that one. Just getting Marauders out of this, Marines out of this one, and it looks like he's going for MMM style build once again here against cHobo. So, you know, the whole Colossi strategy could very likely work effectively once again, but he is going to a robotics facility up after that second gateway's finished and getting out earlier units. But yeah, Colossi, I would not be surprised once again to see him go for that, and I am going to be curious if that's the case, if mouzMorroW adjusts this time and goes for a little bit earlier Vikings.
Exactly, maybe, but there's a little diversion. You will see a lot of Marauders in the beginning not going for fast expansion, so against Marauders I fear Colossi not that effective against lots of Marines here, but still you can do a lot of damage here if you micro them correctly, as we could see last game. And those Marauders are scouting around the ramp here, seeing if any kind of stuff is going up, if the Protoss did tend to fast expand here, but he sees no fast expansion, so he can kind of feel secure here. He knows approximately there will be any kind of tech here coming up. He still does not know what tech exactly, but maybe he's gonna throw down at a scan here anytime soon.
Yeah, going for the getting the Mortals out, that's definitely a very smart play. I actually totally slipped my mind, but yeah, Mortals, very, very smart play against these Marauders instead of the Colossi, at least earlier on, like you suggested, as it is more of a Marauder-heavy army here for Morrow, and the start of Rack's already going up, so again, showing no signs of any other fieldings, just going for the very convenient Marauders and Marines. The command center going up here at the south position, the 6 o'clock position for Morrow, and it just finished, so he already has his expansion up. As far as cHobo is concerned, he's looking to build his. It's just about halfway finished currently, and so both players getting their expansions up. Morrow a little bit more in favor as he got us up a little bit earlier. As far as harvesters are concerned, very, very even. It's a 1 harvester advantage in favor of cHobo, actually, but yeah, no one actually is playing too aggressive here. Both players are fine with just sitting back and building up army once again. cHobo has definitely been involved of quite a bit of those games now, it seems like. Morrow's going to be able to scout the expansion right here. Will easily be taken out, noticing that he has an Immortal thrown in there as well. No more units being built out of this robotics facility currently from cHobo. I'm looking for the robotics bay, maybe. Nope, he's actually building a 3rd gateway, so he's going to keep the Immortals coming with this very heavy Zealot Stalker army, also sentries thrown in there, so not looking to tech up to the Colossi. Again, I think that's definitely a smart play for what he's going up against, more so Marauders and Marines. And he has an observer scouting out, then that's obviously going to help him with his information. But now a 3rd expansion, or 2nd expansion going up for Morrow, this time at his natural. And cHobo, I don't believe he has any idea, though, of the south expansion. So maybe figuring that that's his first one, and figuring that he might be a little bit ahead as a result.
Exactly, he has absolutely no idea. There is an expansion here on the 6 o'clock position. What I did see was there was one SCV trying to be transferred by close to the observer. He did see the observer, so he was using here the waypoints over the gold expansion just so the observer, so cHobo has no idea the SCVs are going to the bottom position. This is such a smart gameplay. It's incredible to think about this little steps here in the mind game. You're being really smart about it. I'm absolutely impressed by this high skill game. So we see here, production wise, it is of course still the MMM here, putting a lots more Marauders and Marines into the mix. I see we have both Stimpack, Combat Shield, and we have also Concussor Shells here coming up. There is a factory, so we're gonna expect some I think Medivacs soon here for those MMM mix. On the other side, the Protoss player is still opting to do his gateway units with some Immortals in the mix to help out against all those Marauders. And both players still playing a little bit defense, macroing up. I think I have to say Morrow is in the lead here since he has 1 more expansion in total, and cHobo does not know about it.
Templar Archive going up for cHobo, so he's going to be going for the Sonic Storm play once again like he did against Fab in the semifinals, and it definitely proved to be effective in that series, of course, so I have no problem whatsoever with this cHobo build. Like you said, he's reacting to the situation, and I think he's doing a very, very, very good job choosing not to go Colossi this time because the majority Marauder army, and well, it's going to be the very smart choice. So I am really liking cHobo's army right now compared to the army of Morrow. And in fact, as food count is concerned, though, Morrow actually does have an advantage, 111 food count to 92. You see him doing a scan on the majority of the army right there for cHobo, so at least he knows what to expect. But more and more gateways coming up. There's 2 more with already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like, so he's gonna have he's gonna have 8 gateways finished when these 2 finish spawning. So he's just really spamming those, and he wants to keep the Stalkers and Zealots coming after in those fights, obviously, with the warp gate. So he's just going to keep that very, very similar army going. He has his Sonic Storm being researched currently, the Chronos Boost on top of it, and most likely go for an Amulet on top of that as well, of course, making those tempos that much more effective when they first spawn. Yeah, both players pretty content right now and just sitting back, building up, and going to make this an all-out food war at this point. It's in slight favor, though, of Morrow because of that 2nd expansion compared to the only 1 for cHobo.
Yeah, we see the result by that. He is in the lead by 40 food about with the army-wise, so he's a much bigger army. It comes down to a lot of nice placed here Psystorms to hold them off. Once more opts to attack, but here we see cHobo is expanding right now, and this time a little bit late here. Of course, he's being 50 foot behind it. No, 40 foot, I'm sorry, behind by now. And also income-wise a little bit, about 500 minerals. Of course, the mules do a lot of the difference here, but I fear more will reach the 200 supply really soon. Will attack eventually here and might overrun the Protoss forces if they're not really super micro coming up with those High Templars.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to. Morrow definitely has a food kind advantage, but he needs to be careful not to be clumped up against those Sonic Storms and not to be get good placements off from cHobo. And, you know, the player that he is to definitely expect that. He is going to look to make an engagement right here, picking off this pylon that was placed a little bit more in front to get positioning and some sight purposes for cHobo, but easily going down. Another scan going out. I believe he has an idea of what to expect. I don't know if he spotted. Yes, he has spotted the Templar Archive, so he knows to expect that. Nice drop coming in right here. Going to take out this pylon into the base. You look at all the Marauders and Marines coming out for harassment purposes, and you see cHobo's army, all of his army making the way up there. I was expecting maybe Morrow to make a reaction on the expansion, not just yet, but he's going to be able to pick off maybe one of the medivacs. Ah, yes, a Stalker just at the last second sniped him down on top of a couple of unit kills in there as well, so well played. In the meantime, though, his secondary expansion, which just finished spawning, is going to be a lot of harassment on it. Nice spawning with the Zealots, though, at the base. The Nexus is dropping fast. Can he save the Nexus? At least is the question. No, we cannot. That's unfortunate.
With
Came
the
down
last
to the
shot going
last
down.
second right there. The last shot, as you said. Oh, man, that's unfortunate, and cHobo definitely supply cap now, but, you know, he's still feeling confident with his army, and apparently he's going to make a counterattack right here.
Yeah, he feels fully behind. He feels up against the wall. He did lose his Templar Archives as it was sniped down. Now he lost his Nexus, and he feels he has to pressure right now. So he's moving out. He has to watch out. He's not committing here. Morrow can set up a nice concave here. A nice Psystorm's going on top of all those Marines and Marauders. Oh my god, they're all in the orange and the red. Not enough Medivacs to heal them up. More Psystorms being landed. And nice job here by cHobo. He's really killing a lot of the forces, and he has to pull back more. He's getting blocked by himself, by his own barracks he set up here. Getting lots of damage. Oh my god. How intense fight is this?
Yeah, those racks, you know, it's a smart play because it's setting up a defense at his base, but it also did trap them like you suggested. A lot of Zealots trying to run in there. Good use of those forest fields, really trying to block them off, get positioning in favor of cHobo. The food count is getting more and more even right now. It's still a slight favor in favor of Morrow. However, cHobo is keeping the pressure on. It's getting very even right now. He has more Stalkers incoming as well. Pouring them in. He's taking out these racks right here, and Morrow is backed up into his base. cHobo going for Cutthroat once again. He's trying to finish it off right here, right now. He's using a good job of those Guardian shields, keeping all majority of the units at least inside of them. The medivacs are kind of low as well. They're getting picked off right here, and the food count is now in favor of cHobo. And like I said, he is not relieving the pressure right here. Morrow by no means is a GG just yet, but he's in a lot of trouble. He is spamming those SCVs now, getting them out here, trying to get the front lines with him. Cause a lot of pressure in that sense, but they are being picked off, especially by this Immortal. Income from the backside are the Marauders. Again, that Guardian shield goes up, though. That's going to be a lot of absorption right there. GG call by Morrow.
Only GG's! Oh my god, more
cHobo
GG's!
is up 2-0 over Morrow here in the grand finale. Again, 50 euros on the line here for the SCV Ready tournament. This Protoss player, I mean, going into this again, not really knowing, but cHobo has definitely gained a lot of fans just from this series so far right here.